All right. So I wanted to approach percent problems a little bit differently with a different approach, a triangle approach to percent problems that might speak more to you than any of the ways we discussed in class. So here it is. Um, Welcome to the triangle model of percentages. We have here a triangle. We know about triangles. And we have a part, a percent, and a whole. And if we set it up in this way with a triangle like this, with part on top and percent and whole on the bottom, you can kind of think of part as being apart from the others. This will tell you how to set up the equations to solve for each of the pieces. So whatever it is that you want to solve for, let's say I want to solve for percent. If two things are on top of each other, then it's division. So percent is equal to the part divided by the whole. Percent is equal to the part divided by the whole. And if we want to solve for the part, we know that if they're right next to each other, it should be multiplication. So part is equal to percent times the whole. And if we wanted to solve for the whole, that's equal to the part divided by the percent. So this sets it up real nicely for you. And just remembering that the part is set apart from the others. The other really important thing to note here is that decimals all or percentages all need to be in decimal form. So there's converting, you have to convert the percentages no matter what type of problem it is, no matter if you're solving for a part, a percent, or a whole. If you're given a percent, you need to divide it by 100 to use it as a decimal. And if you are solving for a percent, you'll be given a decimal answer, so you'll need to convert it into a percent by multiplying by 100 at the end. All right. So let's go at it. So let's do a few examples here. So I'm just going to cover up this whole thing. I'm going to draw my own triangle. Maybe I won't draw it as a triangle. The part, the percent, I guess I'll put percent here, percent whole. So the key is figuring out which piece is the part and which piece is the whole. The percent part tends to be straightforward, right? It has a little percent sign next to it, or we're trying to find the percent. The key is which one is the whole and which one is the part. And one of the key things is the word of. It tends to be of and then the whole. So the thing that comes right after of tends to be the whole. In this case, what is 12% of 56? 56 is the whole. 12%, that is the percentage. And as a decimal, we would divide 12 by 100, or you could just move the decimal place over. But let's do it like this. Let's do 12 divided by 100. And if you come on your calculator and do 12 divided by 100, you'll get 0.12. What is 12% of 56? We have the whole, we have the percent. We're trying to solve for the part. We're trying to solve for the part. So the part is equal to the percent times the whole. Part is equal, the percent as a decimal is 0.12 times the whole is 56. So 0.12 times 56, I get 6.72. Now, we're rounding our answers to the nearest tenth. So if I would have got 6.72, I need to round this to the nearest tenth, which would be 6.7. Boom. And that would be my answer. 6.7 is 12% of 56. Now, if you wanted to check your answer, um, well, I mean, if you wanted to check your answer, you're going to end up doing the same math here. Um, I, you could take 6.7 and divide it by 56 to see if you get 12%. Now, if you do that, if you do take 6.7 and divide by 56, it's going to give you not exactly 12%, a little less than 12% because we did some rounding there. But you can check your answers. You can check your answers on these problems. All right. 45 is what percent of 34? So again, part, percent, whole. We are trying to find, let's see, 45 is what percent? So we're solving for the percent. Percent is equal to the part divided by the whole. Now, we are solving for a percent here, so we're going to need to multiply by 100 at the end to get it back into percent form. The of part is telling us the whole of 34. 45 is what percent of 34. So 34 is the whole. So it's not always that the bigger number is the whole. That's not always true. .45 is then the part because it's not the percent. Part is equal to 45. So the percent is equal to the part, 45, divided by the whole, 34. And if we do 45 divided by 34, we get 1.323529, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm not going to round yet. Don't round yet because we need to get to our percent form. I'm going to actually multiply by 100 right here. Get to percent form, then round. So multiply by 100. You can even say like 100% is what you're multiplying by. Multiplying by 100% times 100 over here. Now I get 132.4%. So if I had rounded the 1.3 number, I would be rounding before making it into a percentage, which would mean that I would end up rounding too much. I would have ended up having the answer 130% as the answer when I really want my percent answer to have a tenth of a percent in it. And then that's your answer. All right. 85 is 2.1% of what number? Again, part, percent, whole. We have 85 is 2.1% of what number? So I see of, and then what number is what we're solving for? So we're solving for the whole. We're solving for the whole because it says of what number? We don't know. So solving for the whole. And if I kind of, I don't know, move this a little bit, boom, 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 the whole is going to be equal to the part divided by the percent. The whole will be equal to the part divided by the percent. So this one right here must be the part. The part would be 85. So we have 85 divided by 2.1% needs to be converted into a decimal number. Oops, my Apple Pencil is low on battery. 2.1% is the same thing as 2.1 divided by 100. Clear out my calculator. 2.1 divided by 100. This is 0.021. So 2.1% is the same as 0.021. Divide by 0.021. That's the part divided by the percent. So I have 85 divided by 0.021. And then I'm rounding this to the nearest tenth. This is 4,047.6. So 85 is 2%, 2.1% of 4,047.6. Again, part, percent, whole. What percent of 37 is 22.8? What percent of 37 is 22.8? The of part, right, of 37, that is our whole. So the whole is 37. The part, let's give myself a little room here. The part is 22.8. We are solving for the percent. We're solving per percent. So that'll be equal to the part divided by the whole. And we're going to need to convert it to a percentage by multiplying at the end because we're solving for a percent. So we're multiplying by 100 at the end. So I'm taking my percent, my part, 22.8. I'm dividing it by my whole, which is 37. And then I will multiply the whole thing by 100 to get it in percent form. So on my calculator, 22.8 divided by 37, I get an answer. I'm going to multiply by 100. Then I'm going to round. So I have 61.6%. 61.6%. So 22.8 is 61.6% of 37. It's like a little less than 2/3 of 37. All right, just I guess a couple more here, right? Let's go through these a little more quicker. So we have part, percent, whole. Maybe I'll just kind of copy paste these to the remaining few here. So what is 125% of 3.2? So that right there, that of 3.2, that's going to be my whole. That's going to be the whole. And we have the 125%. There's our percentage. We are then solving for the part. We're solving for the part. And the part will be equal to the percent times the whole because those are right next to each other. We need to convert the percentage into a decimal number. So we're taking 125%. That's the same thing as 125 divided by 100, which if you come over here, 125 divided by 100, that's 1.25. So the part is equal to the percentage as a decimal, 1.25, times the whole, which is 3.2, times 3.2, and we get 4. I just made these numbers up, so that's pretty miraculous that that came out to a 4. Boom. All right, keeping on going here. 250 is 23.5% of what number? Of what number? Of the whole, right? Of the whole. Oops, there we go. Of the whole. So this guy right here, we must be solving for the whole. So we'll be doing part divided by percent. We have then the 250 must be the part, right? That'll be the part. And 23.5, underline part, underline percent. 23.5 will be the percent. We'll take 23.5%. We need to make it into decimal form. 23.5 divided by 100. 23.5 divided by 100. I get 0.235. Do not round anything here. Keep it in exactly that form. We need to find the whole. That's going to be the part, which was 250. 250 divided by the percentage in decimal form, divided by 0.235. We take 250, divide it by 0.235, and we're rounding this to the nearest tenth. We have 1063.8. And I want you to notice that each time, either you're multiplying, and I'll highlight it in yellow. Each time you're either multiplying something by 100, like when we were solving for a percent, we multiplied by 100 at the end, or you're dividing by 100. So either we took a percentage and we divided by 100 to get it into decimal form. That's if you were given a decimal to begin with, right? We did it here. We were given a decimal, so we divided it by 100. We were given a decimal, or sorry, a percentage. We were given a percentage here, so we divided it by 100. We were given a percentage here, so we divided that by 100. Or we were looking to solve for the percent, so we multiplied by 100. But every single problem has some version of either multiplying by 100 or dividing by 100. These last two here, what percent of 142 is 91? So of, keyword here, of 142. So that's going to be the whole. That's so, you know what, maybe I'll use the highlighter here. 142 will be the whole. That's much better, which means that 91 would be the part. And we are, of course, then solving for percent. So percent is equal to part divided by the whole. So percent means we're going to multiply by 100 at the end because we're solving for a percent. We have the part, 91, divided by the whole, which is 142. Multiply the whole thing by 100%. We have 91 divided by 142. Multiply by 100%, then round. So 64.1 once we round it. 64.1, and then it's a percentage. So 91 is 64.1% of 142. That's how you would read it. 91 is 64.1% of 142. What is 0.01% of 545? Once again, the word of, that's what makes us think, hey, that's the whole. So 545 is the whole. We were also given a percentage here. We need to convert that percentage, of course. So we take 0.01%. We're going to take it and divide by 100. When you do that, 0.01 divided by 100, you're going to get 0.1230 zeros, then a 1. And we are solving for the part here. We want to know a part of 545. So this is multiplication because they're right next to each other. And we have the part is equal to the percent, 0.0001, times the whole, 545, and you get 0.0545. 0.0545 is 100th of a percent of 545. Now, it might feel like that number is too small, but if you think about what 1% would be of this number, 1% of this number would be 5.45. So if 5.45 is 1% of this number, then 0.01%, which is 100th of that, is going to need to be 100 times smaller. All right, so those are the basic problems. I think I'm going to split this into 2 videos. I'm going to do some problems next that are like these kind of word problems where you have to kind of convert it into a percent. I'll make that into the next video though. So join me in that one if you're interested in doing these types of problems. Otherwise, I hope this helped. Bye.